Friday morning. And if today is the day of salvation, and I have no reason to believe it's not, that God could speak today as he had done in days prior. God spoke to Moses, and Moses spoke to the people. God spoke to Isaiah and Jeremiah and Ezekiel, and they spoke to the people. God spoke to his son, who was named Jesus. He lived in Nazareth. He was sent to clear a floor and to get rid of some things. And I don't think people understand just what he got rid of. When you put all of the blood shed from Cain's killing of Abel up until the day of Christ, and they had him crucified. Of course, his crucifixion was the will of God. He was born to be a king, and God determined how he would die. But God also has raised him from the dead and will determine what he does. I now have a high priest in heaven. I really don't know what you have. I have a Father in heaven. I really don't know where yours is. I really don't understand how people can be so deceived and led astray. You cannot tell me that you know God, and you cannot tell me that God does not know his son. And you can't tell me who God's sons and daughters are, because you think God only has one son. God does only have one son that was born by a virgin that he fathered. But that's not God's children or all of God's children. You should be able to read that we are his offspring. I am not Jesus's offspring. Jesus was God's offspring. Adam was a son of God. He was the only son of God when God created Adam. He was the only man. There was no woman. And God took from Adam and fashioned a woman. And you can read in a book what God has done with men and women over the years. How he has called some to do this and others to do that. He called out Abraham. Before that, he had called out Noah, and Noah built an ark. Abraham left the country with his wife and had a child in his old age. And God had the child named Isaac. Or Abraham did, but you know Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You better find out something about Jesus of Nazareth, the Son of the living God. All other teachings are false. Paul the apostle said it, and so did I. If you do not believe this gospel, then you are believing a false gospel. There is one God in heaven that Jesus bowed his knee to. And Jesus is now in heaven at God's right hand. And the Son shall return, and I hope it's soon. But there will be a day of wrath, a tribulation as has never been on the face of this earth before you see the Son of Man. Just watch it happen. Because it's going to happen if you can live to see it. It's Friday, and I am here, and I will be here until I am not. Enoch walked with God, and he took him. Elijah obeyed God, and he left. Elijah was seen with Jesus on a mountain, and so was Moses. And God was in a cloud. And God had a few words for those people. And they were to listen to Jesus. I don't know what spirit you have that you're listening to. But if you are not obeying and abiding in the love of God and have the spirit of truth guiding you, you do have another spirit guiding you. I don't know if the light in you is darkness or if it is not. But the accuser of the brethren shall be in a fire forever. And those who side with the devil will wind up with him. Jesus did not come to bring peace. And when he is revealed from heaven, he won't be alone, and he will establish the kingdom. Yeah, they asked him the day he left, Lord, is it at this time that you are restoring? And Jesus said, it's not for you to know. My Father has set these things, but you can rest assured that it will happen. I hope you have enjoyed this little, I don't know what you call it, a few minutes on Facebook or YouTube. Anyway, that's 8 minutes. That's enough.